Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much. As he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Look out! 622! Monday.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. 12.
From the 24, Luck. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 and a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Hey, exit. Watch the curl. Check Mike, 99. Hey, check.
On 1st and 10, Lock. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 38-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check Mike 99. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Quo. Hey, Zoo. Bandit. Check Mike, 99. I got one.
Throwing his line. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Double time. Let's go, Mexico. Check 43. Check 26. Check 99.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Reggie. Hey, check.
Here's Love. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby. March 59.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now a handoff looking right. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. For Darius Geis, and just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football. We're scoreless after 1. First and 10, it's Haskins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards on the play.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot, that they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Now let's get there.
Here's Haskins to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Look out! Right, 40! All day, baby, all day! John Wright. Motion, I got one! 12. System,
On 2nd and 15 now. Luck being chased out left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Luck. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
With it is Jackson. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's cracked.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Check 15. Go. Order. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. All day, baby. All day.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Haskins. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
First down, Washington.
One set. Three's the mark. Hey, keep it up.
On 1st down, this is Geis. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 17 yards that time at a Washington 1st. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a run with Geis. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 3rd down, here's Haskins. He'll find Smith-Schuster, that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. On first down, it's Haskins. That's complete right around the 8. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Eagles' 8-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Haskins will throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Third down, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hey, wahoo! You're not ready. Man, I got you.
Now a first down throw. Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's right. Just train tracks, baby.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Check mark, 99. You ain't doing nothing. Alert three, alert three. Alert three. Wall, wall. On. Get wall. Whip. Watch the whip. 25, check 25, check 25. Alert flare. Qual.
Here's Locke. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Ridley, incomplete. Brings up third down in 17.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, check. Check Mike 99. Watch it, Alpha. Check Mike 99. I got it. Reggie. 12. That's a what?
The final shot before the break. Locke. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jackson to return. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Looking to throw on second down. Haskins looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Now Haskins on first down into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
At the 46-yard line.
Let's go. 59. 59's Mike. Check. 59. It's our time. Watch twist. Check out. Okay.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Tighten up.
On the ground, it's Geis, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike, check, 59.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. He completes this one to Mack. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Check three.
Third and 2, now Haskins. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Not only did they fake it, not only did they pick it up, but how about the play call there? The shovel pass, which is actually a staple of many offenses, but they ran it from fake field goal and got it. How about flipping it inside and picking it up?
That's one of those where you have to have everything click right, but that's why they practice it, and their practice made perfect.
No doubt about it. You have to have the right timing, but you also have to have a person who's in charge of flipping it to the receiver and being aware that if there's traffic, just flip it at his feet and make it an incomplete pass.
Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Let's bring it. Check 3. Check 4.
Geis. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Play it, play it, play it, play it, play it, play it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
11B. Hey, box truck, box truck. Check Mike 99, Mike 99. You go 99. Don't go 99. Check Mike 99, Mike 99. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Crawl. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Here's Love. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Haskins. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Come to my world. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check. Hey, watch it. He's checking.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins forced out to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
That's it. 93's the mic. You can't block me. Check hot, bro. Hot. Check it out. Hey, switch gears.
Now Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Jim. Big Ed. Shit. Go. Motion. Wide motion. Boom.
From midfield now. Haskins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. After the interception, it's Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Get him, boy!
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one. And none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Check 37, check 37. Get the edge. Come. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, check 24, check 24. Jump, hey.
Throwing on first down. Haskins. Throw that set, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On first down, Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Luck now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Luck. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Undercrunch. Check. Crunch. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Call. Check Mike 99. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to. Recon, 132 fighter. You don't want Switch. Check Mike 99. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. The Eagles on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Locke. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 29-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
36.
Locke. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. To throw is Locke. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's 17-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Hey, alert 3.
Here we go with Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards there, a big one.
First down, Redskins.
Throwing now is Haskins. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Haskins going to try to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Go. Check.
Now it's Haskins. And his throw here's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
93's the mic, 93's the mic. Army. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Yeah. Check, 93's the mic.
And the blitz does come. Ball's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved the hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. 11. Go. 36. Better bring it.
On 1st and 10, Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's how we do it. Line 40.
So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Redskins, they move back over 500 now at 4-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.